Amr Abdul Rahman is a political analyst, activist and journalist. Graduated from the Faculty of Agriculture in 1992 and then traveled the same year to Saudi Arabia and worked in the same field. He returned home in 1995 and decided to change his career to become a journalist. That light since he was a student in university, and after a brief class in press, he started working in Al-Anba al-Dawliya newspaper. He then moved on to write in Al-Ahram Association as a reporter for Gulf newspapers like the Siyasa al-Dawliya of Kuwait, as well as being an editor-in-chief of Misr al-Jadida newspaper online. His life totally changed when the revolution rose in Egypt, and he participated in most of the battles over the year of 2011. The revolution was the fulfilling moment and the greatest achievement in his life as a human, a journalist and an activist. The tribute for him being a good reader and an activist returns to his mother, who took part in the marches against the British occupation of Egypt during the 40s, as well as being the one who encouraged him to start reading books such as The Three Musketeers.
My name is Amr Abdul Rahman, editor-in-chief of Misr al-Jadida newspaper, and I'm here to talk about my reading life, along with too many books I've been reading, knowing about, exploring for the past 40 years of my life. Reading has been a great deal of my life. Gave me the basic land, the basic ground I've been standing upon, reaching this stage of my life, which I'm just I believe that it is a ground for a coming period of my life, which is hopefully better, of course, based upon the good read I have. Today I'm giving you some speed round about some books I've been into this past 5 years. It has been significant to me, really. I would like to share those books and this vision with you. Starting the first book. First book is Spiritual Flashes in Prophet Muhammad's Life. May peace upon him. This book is very significant in answering to some negative campaigns against Islam and its Prophet Muhammad, may peace upon him. The writer is Mr. Muhammad al-Sadat. He's a religious writer and ex-ambassador in the Foreign Minister Affairs, and he is giving us a great study about the life of Prophet Muhammad from modern aspect, a new perspective to look at Muhammad's life as a leader, as a military leader, a political leader, and a religious leader of the nation, and for the whole world, from the beginning of its birth, 571, until the end of this life we are living in. Too many people has seen Prophet Muhammad as just a spiritual sign in humanity history. No, he gave us the example, the solid example, how to live our lives, how to fight our wars, how to make peace, how to defend our religion, and most of all, how to get this life passed through all the way to heaven, hopefully, inshallah. In this book, we answer to this negative campaigns, as I told you before. We knew in this book how attacks that was poured upon Prophet Muhammad and Islam was a greater motive to Muslims to know better about their religion and their Prophet Muhammad, may peace upon In the meantime, we shouldn't forget that when we read about Prophet Muhammad, may peace upon him, we must realize that the worst assaults this prophet and its great message, Islam, came by Muslims, not by other Muslims, unfortunately. I believe that we Muslims have been so unfair to our Prophet Muhammad, so unfair to our religion. We made it clear to the world, most of us of course, we made it clear to the world that we are not only Muslims but also terrorists. We assembled the religion and the Prophet in the worst way, and I believe that if he was living among us now, I don't think he would approve many of the behaviors, many groups or individuals represented in political life, in social life, in economical life. I believe he wouldn't approve harassing people in the streets, bombing innocents of any religion, not only Muslim. I don't believe he would approve that we should oppose our vision on others by force, while he only defended religion by sword only when he needed to. He never started a war, and he taught us that we never start a war unless we are defending, not attacking, defending our religion. We can talk about this book for hours, of course, but to reach the final letter about this book, we should remember always that we are also some sort of messengers ourselves to transfer the greater meanings he gave us to apply in our society and our nation. That's only how we can succeed as individuals and as a nation. We now move to something different, totally different. This book was given to me as a present from a very mysterious person, the most mysterious woman I've ever met in my whole life. She's a British lady. She came from England here to Egypt to fulfill her feeling that she is the granddaughter, the granddaughter of Queen Nefertiti. She called her name. Her name was Victoria, and he called her. She called herself as Victoria Nefertiti. In this book, she gives us a very strange aspect of her point of view, of course, that each one of us has a soul, and this soul has a reflection in some star or something like this. So were the grandfathers and grandmothers in the Egyptian civilization. Of course, she trying to make some connections between the Egyptian civilizations and other civilizations in Maya or in Aztec in South America continents, and those ancient civilizations. Well, really, those civilizations, there was some connection between them and the Egyptian ancient civilization in somehow. There is a Thor Heyerdahl, that great salesman from Norway. He used the same boat